Loot Quest is the best continuous source for Overwatch PvE currently on the workshop. In this video, we'll go over the essentials and how to get started. First, if you want to jump right in, let's go over how to make your own game. From the game browser, go to Create at the top right, then Settings, and Import Code. The first code you'll want to use for Loot Quest is 4QV99. Click OK and you're ready to start. Loot Quest is an RPG with many familiar elements. You start at level 1 as a tracer with no abilities other than primary fire. When you first enter the game, you'll be in the home base with some brightly colored vendor areas that we'll cover as we go. Enemies spawn immediately, and they'll give XP and eventually start dropping colorful orbs on the ground. This is the loot in Loot Quest. To pick up this loot, crouch while on top of an orb. The most exciting drops at the start are the items. Items are the Overwatch heroes, and they come in various qualities and rarities with a wide range of possible stats and unlocked abilities. If you find an item you don't want, you can trade it for gold anywhere at any time with Interact. If you want to use that item and become that hero, use the Understood emote. These commands can be finicky, so if something doesn't activate right away, wait a few seconds and try it again. The deeper you go into the map, the stronger the enemies become, and the entire map also levels up based on the level of the whole group. Keep in mind though that you start getting reduced XP from any enemy 7 or more levels away from you. What really sets Loot Quest apart is the ability to save and load from a previous session. The current level cap is 110 and there's no way you'll get there in one sitting. There's a green station in town. When you crouch on it, the game will generate a long code at the top of your screen. Screenshot or otherwise capture this code to save. Your old codes will not expire. You can have dozens of active codes if you want, however, you cannot currently save your inventory, so you need a code for each item you want to keep. To load, input your code at the white station by crouching on it, left-clicking the corresponding digits, and pressing Ultimate to confirm. You can cancel out of loading by pressing Secondary Fire. Loading will return your equipped item along with your gold, level, experience, and boss stones. Boss stones are purchased from the light yellow circle in town and are summoned with the Group Up emote. They give a large amount of XP, and it's good to keep a few of these on hand. If you want to play casually, this is all you need to get in and have a ton of fun. However, some of you may want the deeper, more grindy experience. Loot Quest has you covered, and this next section is for you. These yellow items you see here in the background cannot be dropped by enemies. These are Super Novice items. If you want a leg up on the endgame versus what you would get by leveling normally, you want to build a Super Novice. To do this, you have to level a white or common item all the way up to level 60. Almost all commons are better if they come from the cow level. Common items from the cow level built to Super Novice can focus on specific stats later on much better. You can only loot common items from enemies level 6 or lower. You can set the level of the enemies from the light yellow station in town by holding jump and pressing Interact. You will only have your primary fire and your passive all the way up to level 60, and you won't be able to load in other items due to common restrictions. However, you are allowed to use any items you pick up while you level. You just need to keep your common. Pressing Interact on the white station in town will change your vendor keybind to crouch and melee to make it harder to accidentally sell. This is recommended anytime you're carrying an item you don't want to vendor. Super Novice is a hell of a grind, and I do not recommend this for anyone that wants to play casually or isn't interested in the endgame. But once you make it to 60, all of your abilities will unlock and you'll get a significant boost to your damage, healing, and max HP, more than any other item type in the game. This is not required to perform at the current endgame, but it will have a massive effect on your item of choice. There's a lot more to Loot Quests like the post-60 grind, different types of Super Novice items, and even timed dungeons at the endgame. But this video should get you started. If this interests you at all, please check it out. There is no better Overwatch PvE experience out there right now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in-game.